I figured if I'm going to do a review on this set, it's going to be a full video and not just a short. Welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars review where we're taking a look at another set based off the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. This is the Razor Crest, which retails for $150 in the United States. This set comes with 930 pieces and 5 minifigures, that is if you count Grogu as a minifigure, which I personally do. First up, of course, we have the Mandalorian and Grogu themselves. Both of these minifigures are not exclusive to the set, but are still great to get. I love that new body piece that Grogu has, which is more accurate to the TV show and the movie, and you can see it has a print for his Beskar armor. And as for the Mandalorian, I've already talked about this minifigure in my review of the AT-RT attack. I already mentioned he has updated leg printing, but what I didn't mention is that he has updated printing on the side of his left arm. It's a very small change when you compare it to the old one, but I do like that it is something different. So yeah, the legs and the arm are new, but I believe everything else is the same that we've been getting for the past few years. But honestly, at this point they pretty much perfected him, so I don't see any need to improve him any further. Next up we have Colonel Ward, a new character for the movie played by Sigourney Weaver. There's another version of her that comes in the New Republic X-Wing set, but that's in her pilot outfit. This is the standard version of her that's only found in this set. Despite being simple, it does look pretty good, and her face prints capture the likeness of Sigourney Weaver pretty well. There's just more interesting minifigures in this set, although I'd say she's still more interesting than the Stormtrooper that comes in this set. This is the Imperial Remnant Stormtrooper. Despite having a different name, it's pretty much your standard Stormtrooper that you can find in other sets, although it is still a good army builder. The only other difference with this minifigure is that it uses the newer shoulder pauldron piece in all black, although you can also find that in the Smart Play Mos Eisley Cantina set. He does come with a standard blaster, but he also comes with this small build for a cannon. But now I saved easily the best minifigure in this set for last. This is Zeb Orrelos. Sorry if I mispronounced his name. This is a character that hasn't appeared in a LEGO set since the original Ghost set from 2014, and that version was based off Star Wars Rebels. So it's great to get this character again, and he looks amazing. Not only does he have a cool new head mold, but he also has dual molded legs and dual molded arms. And the dual molded arms I believe is a first for LEGO Star Wars. My only complaint is not with the figure itself, but rather his accessory. It's just a standard small blaster. The original figure had this specialized weapon, I forgot what it was called, and it does look like from one of the trailers from the movie he does have it, so I don't know why they couldn't give him that in this set. But other than that, I really love this minifigure. But now let's finally talk about the Razor Crest itself. Of course, this is not the first version of this ship, as we got a playset version in 2020, and then there was the Ultimate Collector Series version in 2022, but I never got either of those. So this is the first time I've ever gotten this ship, and in my opinion, the set itself is pretty cool, and there is quite a bit of stuff you can do with it. First, there is the cockpit where you can fit a couple figures in, and as you can see right here, for example, I've got the Mandalorian, Zeb, and Grogu, and they all fit in there pretty well. Then there's a couple of stud shooters at the top, one on each side. Then you can open up both of the front sides of the ship. There's not really anything on this side, but on the other side, there is a printed control piece. And then you can open up the side panels to reveal the interior. And as you can see, there's not really much to this part of the interior. That's probably the one thing the previous sets did better. Although I didn't own those sets, from what I've seen from reviews, there was more to offer with those other interiors. There are a couple of clips where you can put some of the characters' blasters. And there is space to fit 1 or 2 minifigures, although it's a bit tough to get your hands in. As you can see, I got Colonel Ward in this spot. And you can technically also fit the Stormtrooper in here, although why would you do that because this is not an Imperial vehicle? But once you have your figures in, you could just easily close up the panels and then you're ready to go. So yeah, this part of the interior is probably my one complaint with this build. I guess they could have also included the escape pod that was in the other sets, although I don't know how possible that would have been at this scale. So overall, in my opinion, this is a pretty dang good set. The ship itself looks pretty cool with that yellow and gray color scheme that not only makes it stand out from other Star Wars ships, but also makes it stand out from the previous Razor Crest sets, as there is more yellow used here than there was ever before. And there is enough space to put minifigures in the build, although like I said, some of the interior could have been done a bit better. And the minifigures are a great selection, with Zeb obviously being the standout one. So if you don't have any of the previous Razor Crest sets, then this is a good set to pick up. Sure, $150 might sound a little too much for this, but in my opinion, this set is almost worth the price. But let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.